here, they have given a circuit. Just look at the circuit, reduce the mesh and find the loop currents. So they have given the term reduce the mesh and find the loop currents. So actually, in the given circuit, how many loops are there? How many loops are there in the circuit actually? What you see?
4, sir.
I am asking independent. There are no overlapping. I'm asking independent loops. How many are there?
3, sir.
Three,
You
sir.
could see three, right? This one and this one. So if you directly apply KVL, you have to apply KVL for each of the three loops, and you will get three equations. If you solve the three equations, you will get the value of three currents. But the question, see, they have given reduce the mesh. Reduce means you have to reduce. You have to make it one less, or you have to reduce it to two, like maybe one less than the given in the question. So how can we reduce this mesh? See the diagram. The majority, you have two voltage source and one current source. So majority is voltage source and minority is current source. And see if the current source has resistance. If that is the case, then convert this current source into an voltage source. That is going to eliminate one loop for me. Is that clear? See, even you can convert this voltage source into current source, this voltage source into current source, but the number of loops will increase because current source will always have a parallel resistance, correct? So if you want to reduce the mesh, only option is converting this current source into voltage source. And we have seen how to convert Ohm's law. So I is equal to 13 amperes, R is equal to 5 ohm. By Ohm's law, we know V is equal to IR. So 13 into 5 becomes 65 volt. And the resistance value is going to be same. So this current source parallel to 5 ohm is going to be transformed into voltage source series with 5 ohm. Is this conversion clear to everyone? So this is the circuit which we are going to consider and find out the mesh current. Is this simplification clear to everyone? See here, I have replaced the current source by
Yes, sir.
voltage source in series with 5 ohms. Anybody is having doubts? Anybody is having doubt in this conversion? We are going to use Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. And what is the value of voltage source? 13 into 5, it is 65 volt. This resistance, same 5 ohm resistance will be coming in series with your voltage as a voltage source. Now, how many loops we have in this modified circuit?
2.
Now, how many loops we have in this modified circuit?
2,
Two,
sir.
sir. Two, sir.
We have two. Yes, so we have reduced from three loops to two loops. So just we'll have two mesh equations. We'll solve the two equations and find the currents I1 and I2. How to assume the current equation? How to assume the current direction I1 and I2? Just because I have put clockwise, you need not assume clockwise. See the diagram and say how the current is going to flow. Take the first loop. So take the first loop. Uh,
The
Analyze
current
how the
will
current
flow
is
away
going to
from the
flow.
batteries.
Yes, current will flow away from the battery. Actually, how many voltage source you have in the loop one? You have the
2, sir.
175 ohm and
Two, sir.
165 ohm. So, sir, two, yes, we have two battery sources. So this from 65 ohm current will flow this way, correct? From 75 ohm current will flow this way. So what is the effective direction of current? I told you
Clockwise,
in
sir.
this case what you should do.
Away from the 75.
Whichever is the
Current flows from higher voltage to lower voltage,
yes,
sir.
very good. Current flows from higher voltage to lower voltage. So even though you have two currents flowing in the circuit because of two voltage source, the final current will be flowing only this way because 75 is greater than 65. And see the second loop, one current from 65 will flow like this. One current from 13 will flow like this. So eventually the higher current will dominate. So naturally current is going to flow only in the clockwise direction. Okay, so the current in loop 2 is also going to be clockwise. So this is how you have to finalize the direction of current. So if you do this correctly, then you will nowhere get the value of current as negative when you solve the equation. So the current direction what you have assumed is absolutely correct. Now start write the equation for mesh 1 and mesh 2. Others write, I will call someone to write tell the equation. Krishna
Sir,
or Sri?
doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can we reduce these two loops into one loop, sir?
No, see, minimum KVL, see, our reduce the mesh means what they indirectly mean is this, they are asking us to convert the odd man out like that. So odd man out is current source. So we are going to convert the current source into voltage source and solve the KVL immediately. Reducing means it is just reducing one loop. So we need not reduce it again and do. How
So,
to
but
reduce
we
it
can
further?
do it now, sir.
Yes, you can do it. You can do it.
How? Like, can you
But
explain?
no, you have 3 voltage source in series, right?
Yes, sir.
You have 3 voltage sources. I told you how to add voltage source and how to get voltage sources. You can use that technique and you can solve it.
Okay, sir.
I'll say that once we complete this KVL, I have mesh analysis for this problem. I'll say that.
Okay, sir.
Kritika, Shri, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you say the KVL for the first loop?
Yes, sir. 75
75, good.
minus
Minus
4i
4I1.
I1 minus
Okay.
5
Minus
I1
5.
minus I2
Very good. I1 minus I2
minus 65 equal to 0.
minus 65 equal to 0. Very good. See, I have written the equation. What she said is also absolutely correct. So see here, I1 is flowing this way and I2 is flowing this way. So effectively, it is I1 minus I2 because we are considering loop 1. Okay, so which loop you consider, that current should dominate. That current will come first. Okay, so if you simplify that equation, you will get 75 minus 65 is 10. Bring all the negative terms to the other side. Okay, bring all the negative terms to here. So you get 4I1 plus 5I1 minus 5I2. So 4I1 plus 5I1 is 9I1 and minus 5I2 equal to 10. So this equation you should get when you write the Kirchhoff voltage law for the first mesh. I hope this equation is got by everyone.
Yes, sir.
Now write the equation for the second loop. So this is finished. Others, please understand and do the problem. I don't want anybody to just copy it from what I'm projecting on the screen. Please understand and do. Any doubts, please unmute yourself and ask. Don't hesitate. Second loop, who can say the answer? Who can volunteer and say? Anybody who has not opened your mouth so far?
Sir,
Yes.
65 minus
65
minus 5 of
minus,
I2 minus I1
good.
minus 6 I2 minus 13V is equal to 0.
Yes. See here whether the equation not you have told is correct. 65 minus 5 into I2 minus I1 minus 6 I2 minus 13 equal to 0. You can simplify. 65 minus 13 is 52 and bring all the negative terms to other side. So 5I2 plus 6I2 minus 5I1. So I get minus 5I1 plus 11I2 to 52. Check whether this equation is correct. What you get if you do it.
Yes, sir.
Now solving this is simple. You can use either Cramer's rule or whatever substitution or elimination method, and please solve the two equations and find I1 and I2. That is going to give you the answer. Anybody is still having doubts in writing the KVL equations for the loop? Anybody is not clear with the procedure on how to write the KVL equation? Having the voltage source, current to a resistance and other things. Get it clarified because this is the base. For your entire 4 years career, this is going to be the base. So I did using Cramer's rule. So delta is equal to C here. Write the constant term 9 minus 5 minus 5 11. So 9 minus 5 minus 5 11. So 9 into 11 minus of minus 5 into minus 5. So 9 into 11 is 99 minus 75. I get 74. Delta is 74. Delta 1 means I have to replace the first column by constants. 10, 12. The same, this row is going to be same, minus 5, 11. So 10 into 11 minus of minus 5 into 52. 10 into 11 is 110 and 5 into 52 is 260. So I get 370. Delta 2, replace the second column by your constants. So first column will be same, 9 minus 5, 10 and 52. So 9 into 52 plus 10 into 5. So you get 518. So I1 is going to be delta 1 by delta. 370 by 74 is 5 amperes. And I2 is going to be delta 2 by delta. 518 by 74 is going to be 7 amperes. So check whether you're getting this answer.
Yes, sir. I got the same.
Yes, sir.
5 and 7.
Yeah, good. So the same problem can be done using nodal analysis also. You should get the same answer. If you apply for this circuit, what we have considered finally, you should get the same answer. That is going to be your homework. You have to do it and cross-check the answer. Okay, I have explained two sums fully with the mesh and nodal. So hereafter, the sums will be either done only in mesh or nodal, depending on the convenience. So you have to cross-check the answer by, when you cross-check the answer by other method, you become thorough in both methods. Okay, so take this problem.
Okay, sir.
You can take the final circuit. You can apply nodal analysis and ensure that you get the same value of I1 and I2. I will say the value here. See here, I1 is 5 amperes and I2 is 7 amperes. So the same answer you should get irrespective of whatever method you are going